Time doesn't usually break, but what if just once it did? One moment, you're walking through the modern world. A heartbeat later, silence. No roads, no towers, no sounds of machines. The air is dry, the earth smells raw, and standing before you is a figure, human, but not quite. A woman or a man, barefoot, cloaked in fur and instinct. Their eyes meet yours. They don't speak, but neither do you. And in that moment, time stops, and the deepest question in history finally stares back. Is this where it all began? They looked like us, they were us. The first Homo sapiens, our species, emerged not in cities, but in wild, sun-scorched Africa nearly 300,000 years ago. The oldest fossils, found in Jebel Irhoud, Morocco, show a face like yours, a brain nearly as large.
Ina? Who are you? Don't tell me you're my son and coming from USA.
But their world was raw, violent, untamed. No writing, no metal, no names. Just stone tools, firelight, the stars above. Scientists call them anatomically modern humans, but they didn't live alone. They walked with Neanderthals, Denisovans, even other lost cousins. They hunted with flint spears, ate what they could kill, buried their dead with care, and though no one remembers their names, you carry their genes. This is where we began. Imagine standing before the one who came first. They do not speak your language. They know nothing of your cities, your science, your gods, but their eyes are yours. They stare with alertness, with caution, but not fear. Their breath is steady, their hands callous from survival. A scar runs down one arm. And you realize they are not primitive. They are you, before memory. The first human does not ask where you came from. They only look. And in that silence, you feel the truth. This isn't a ghost of your past. This is the beginning of your story. Two hearts, one species, standing face to face across 300,000 years.
Food gathering is tough. Can't get enough nutritions. Fucking a woman is not easy.
They walk the earth with no maps, no written words, and no guarantees. But don't call them primitive. They tracked game across miles, carved tools with precision, knew which plants healed and which ones killed. Their lives weren't easy, but they weren't mindless. They built shelters from bone and hide, sharpened flint blades that still gleam today, and etched symbols into stone. Perhaps the first sparks of language. They huddled by fire, not just for warmth, but for memory. They mourned their dead. They celebrated survival. In their world, time was told by the stars. Danger was never far, and yet somehow they made it far enough for you to exist. It wasn't just the cold or the hunger, not even the shadow of predators that haunted the tall grass. What truly terrified them was the unknown, the sound of twigs snapping in the dark, the rustling of leaves when no wind blew, the feeling that something watched but never showed itself. They didn't have names for these fears, no gods, yet, no devils, just silence. Sometimes an entire hunting party vanished.
We die. We become wind. The sky carries us.
Sometimes they found claw marks too large for any beast they knew. Fire kept them alive, but it also marked them, a beacon for things that moved in the blackness. Their world was raw, merciless, and alive. And in those moments, huddled around a dying flame, humans learned to imagine their fears. The roots of myth, terror, and storytelling itself. all born under a sky without answers.
Oh, Miami! This is not home.
Imagine reaching out and taking them by the hand. Just one. The first of us, the mother of the firelight, or the father of the flint blade. And now they stand beside you, on a train, in a glass skyscraper, beneath neon signs that never go dark. Their ears drown in sirens and engines, their eyes, overwhelmed by color and speed. How would they see us? Gods of steel? Or something far more terrifying? Humans who forgot the earth? They would not understand our wars, our machines, our isolation. And maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't understand them either. In trying to bring them forward, we may see more clearly what we've lost: curiosity, simplicity, connection. Because you can give them Wi-Fi, skyscrapers, and cities, but can you teach them how to be lonely?
Hey, caveman! How do you found America?
This is fucked up.
In their eyes, there's no fear of missing out, no addiction to screens, no need to perform. What they carry isn't knowledge, it's presence. They don't know quantum physics, but they understand silence. They don't know war, only the hunger that unites and divides. And as they sit beside you, looking up at artificial stars, you wonder, who is truly more advanced? You, with your technology, your data, your mastery over atoms, or them, with their stillness, their wonder, their survival? Because maybe progress isn't about speed or invention. Maybe it's about remembering. Remembering how to listen, how to be with the world, not above it. And in this quiet moment, you realize they are not our past. They are the mirror we forgot to look into. And what you see staring back is deeply human. We call ourselves modern, enlightened, advanced. But when you look into the eyes of the first human, what do you really see? Not a primitive, not an animal. You see fear, you see hope, you see a reflection. They didn't know the names of the stars, but they looked up. They didn't write laws, but they loved and protected their own. They didn't build cities, but they survived the wild. We have our machines, our towers, our screens, but our hearts still beat the same. The world may change, but the questions we ask, who am I? Why am I here? Remain unchanged. And maybe, just maybe, the first human walked not behind us, but beside us, in spirit, in silence, in memory.